deal, mate.
Oh, one of those wretched louds just killed you dead that time. Those mean old slappy guys? Maybe try killing them beforehand, I don't know.
Right.
You asked I train him, Master. Prepare him for life's labors. You ordered it. Now you admonish me.
Be careful of your tone and temper, Shade. You are in my employ. You could be wandering the pastures of Elysium again instead. Or lesser planes, if I so choose.
What would you have me do?
I shall be giving it some thought. Until then, you just watch that hall. And watch yourself as well.
Achilles. I always meant to ask you, Orpheus. Where did you learn to sing like that? Was it really Apollo himself who taught you?
Oh, I learned from many different sources, Zagreus. That is, before all of my inspiration started coming from a single source. I credit my accomplishments to her, and to Apollo and the gods. And to considerable time spent practicing.
It certainly paid off.
How is she, child? Queen Persephone, I mean. Has she been well up there in her abode? What is it like?
She's doing well, I think. It's nice to visit her. Her residence is beautiful, a little home nestled amid the cold. All of these plants in bloom, it's difficult even to describe. And very bright as well.
That sounds quite pleasant for someone who values brightness, I suppose. Well then, I trust your visits are worthwhile for the both of you.
They are.
Oh, wow! I'm so sorry, Prince. I'm just behind already on my daily chores.
Cerberus lies as ever at the foot of his Lord Master's throne.
Take care, okay?
Our relationship, boyo, requires no exchange of words.
What's the worst that could happen?
Nobody gets out of here, boy. Whether alive or dead. You think I jest? You think I haven't tried?
Someday, when we'll be resting easy on these heights, why, we'll look back at this and laugh, I'm sure of it.
Lord Zeus has made acquaintances with you? Oh, I sometimes forget that he's your uncle. His favor's well worth having, I assure you.
I'm told a number of the underwater denizens from my domain were captured fair and square through your surpassing skill using the rod of fishing, little Hades. They're yours. I've millions more.
Hail and good tidings to you, noble cousin. May you be swift and thorough vanquishing the dead who dare oppose you.
Say, tell me something, Prince, if you don't mind. How come you're so intent on getting out of here? I mean, what happens when you do?
Sisyphus, you ever lose somebody dear to you? There's someone out there whom I need to find. That's all that I can say right now.
I get it, Highness, and I didn't mean to pry. It's just, I can't remember what it's like to want something so bad, you know? Whoever's out there, I hope you find them soon. I'm really very flattered, Highness. You didn't have to get me anything. I mean, your company's more than enough for me.
I figured you could do with something more than that this time around, good sir. Boldy, how do you handle being trapped in Tartarus for all eternity, doomed to be pushed up and down a hill repeatedly for no good reason? It's good to see you too, mate.
Ahoy, my nephew, it is I!
I bet Electo's next. You again.
Red blood.
You know, Redblood, my appointments usually don't come to me, much less again and again. Think I'm here to show you a good time, huh?
Electo, I'd just like to see you menacingly smile. And hey, having to deal with you now and again beats having to fight Meg all the time.
You think dealing with me beats dealing with that weakling?
The path from Tartarus is finally laid bare. Far above, the heat from Phlegethon, the river of flame, is faintly felt already, even as its dangers lie in wait.
Lovely.
What'd he say, hun? I mean, about the song. Bet he loved it, didn't he? But I don't know for sure, and I've been wondering. Kind of a lot, I guess.
No need to wonder any longer. He sings it beautifully around the house sometimes. It has a sadder sound to it than when you sing, but you've inspired him again, as you've done many times before, from what I know.
Huh, so it's a hit is what you're saying then. I had a feeling about that one. Sometimes you put some words together, and right then and there you know you've got something special.
Huh, a little quieter than usual. Oh. That voice guns didn't get this big.
Message for you, boss. It says, you're rather slow. If only somebody could help you out with that. Huh, fancy that. What a coincidence.
I know you missed me, Lernie, and I missed you too.
I was at times uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago. After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake. But our connection had been severed by that point.
My next opponent has arrived in short order.
Short order? That was another jab about my height, wasn't it?
I do not jab. All of my strength goes into every strike. Observe. Stop. I yield.
A warm-up for later. Lord Uncle Zeus.
Never quite considered. You're related to the gods upon Olympus, aren't you, stranger? I should be far more careful around you.
What do you mean by that, sir? Though, yes, my father being who he is, it means I have a lot of uncles, cousins, and the like up on the surface there.
Well, you would be wise to watch yourself with some of them, I think. Don't get on anyone's bad side if you can help it. Which, when I yet lived, none of us could.
He returns! If you seek a swift and righteous death, you fiend, you've come to the right place.
Your struggles soon shall be in vain.
You know nothing of my struggles. Wait, it's back? I much prefer the gigantic vermin, thanks. I'll take it.
The thing to know about this family, dearest, is that each of us, we have our little quirks. Although we always stick together and our love for one another perseveres.
Oh, what do we have here, little Hades? Seems to me that you have company. Well, I'll just leave the two of you alone. My lips are sealed tighter than a warship hull.
Oh, feel free to stay, Poseidon. I was just explaining what an idiot you are, though you're able to articulate this best. Anyway, dearest, what was I on about?
I can use this.
Message for you, boss, from my professional associate who wanted you to know, and I quote,
Nice night, no?
You approached me with that loathsome rail, boy, emanating a hellish fury more even than usual at that. Little surprise you took a shine to it. It was the weapon that I hated most of all.
Well, someone called Lucifer apparently thought differently and took a crack at his own father with it once. This one's for him, then.
Invoking names you know nothing about. Presuming all the while far too much. You'd take that monstrous artifact for another friend. You would be wiser to be wary of its influence. But let us fight.